What's good, people? Damn, y'all rolling in here. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Y'all rolling in today, boy. Let's get the likes up. We got Festo, Sean Family, what's good? That's right, hit that like button. I'm gonna go in today, man. I'm going in today. We're gonna get it popping. I'm going in. Oh shit. Oh, it's right there. Okay. You ain't step on this one. These have been sent everywhere. Juice Pac, what up? We got Juice Pac in the building. It's good, my peoples. We about to go in. Why I ain't gonna waste your time. We're gonna talk about some playoffs first. We're going I just go with the Denver series, right? Why people coming on in. Terrence, what up, Terrence? The Denver series, the thing that don't look good for the Clippers, and this is the thing what I was saying about James Harden. James Harden don't come up in big spots. James Harden had 11 points. This is what I mean. Like, you can have good playoff game, but he don't come up in big spots. Like, he done had, when people like, oh, see, when he had like a couple good games, see, that's why you can't go by that because, he dropped 20 or whatever the case may be in the playoff game. Nobody never said James Harden never put up numbers in the playoffs game. It's the big spots. It was 2-2. Murray came up big. That's the thing what you can say about Murray. Murray is annoying. The thing annoying about Jamal Murray is Jamal Murray is a good player. And in the playoffs, games like yesterday, it's like, damn. And he do that in the playoffs. But in the regular season, he like subpar. But Jamal Murray is a guy you would definitely want on. I still think he's overpaid, even though he steps up in the playoffs. But I think you have to do a little more than that because, he come up in big spots. That's why I think if they get their hands on Kevin Durant, the league can forget it. If Denver get Kevin Durant, it's going to be over. Reason why, because this is why I be trying to explain to y'all how playoff series work. When you look at playoff series, you go, okay, 7 games, right? And you look at certain players, you be like, okay, this player is going to give you, certain players can do this. Some players may give you 3 monster games in the series. Now you go, if they win those 3 monster games, you may win that series. You go out of these players, this particular player could give you 3 monster games, right? Then you go look down and be like, this one player out of 7, he could give you a monster game. He that talented to give you a monster game. Like, that's his MO. Like, it's going to be a game like that. You know what I mean? Then it may be, so now you're like, okay, that's how you judge a series. So that's why I was saying about with Ant-Man, when they beat when they had the Lakers up 2-1, I was like, the scary part, Ant-Man didn't have that monster game. He good for at least one monster game. Now the thing is, if you win that monster game, now it puts you in a spot. So now, like this is why I said it's gonna be tough for the Clippers. Kawhi had his monster games, right? James Harden really don't give you monster games in the playoffs all the time. Like he's done it like in the past, but he can have good games. Jamal Murray got a monster game out the way. Now they up 3-1. Joker never gave that monster game yet. He been great the whole time, but he good for that monster game. Now, if he comes to that monster game, that's why I said it don't look good. Cause now you figure they got 2 more cracks at it, and Jamal Murray, he got another real good game in him. They got 2 guys that you can with Joker and Murray, and then see, I think What's had his hot game already. I think Michael Porter had his good shooting game already. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Bucks shouldn't have lost that game, B Skrills. They shouldn't have lost that. I'm gonna get to the Bucks. You gotta get the likes up, man. We have to get the likes up. I'm out here working hard for you guys, man. We gotta get the likes up, man. And I'm gonna keep it real. So the Bucks gonna give you. So that's how I look at playoff series. So I look at it. I go, LeBron had a monster game. LeBron 40 years old, so I expect one game from LeBron. Luka been having like them good games, so that's why I said it looks scary. LeBron could be good again, but I don't know monster that the way he did that. But the thing with Minnesota, ain't got another like real good game in them, but they got a lot of players. So that's why you like. You look at certain teams, then the makeup, the matchups. Matchups means everything. Matchups means everything. But yeah, I'm gonna get to it, man. Let's get the likes up, man. Who we got in the building? We got Knowledge, we got Most. We got Pharaoh, we got True and Real, Beast Grills. Oh, but let me get to Kevin Durant. Let me get to Kevin Durant to Denver. If that happened, this is why it's gonna be a problem. Especially if they don't give up Murray. If they give up like what I heard, like Michael Porter Jr., Zeke Naji, the other guy, the Dario Saric and Julian Struthers. But I'm hearing that Phoenix gonna want Christian Brown. I heard that, and I heard this from my source. They said Denver can pretty much get, if Kevin Durant wants to go to Denver, and Denver willing to get Christian Brown. They said Phoenix like Christian Brown. They said if it's Michael Porter and Christian Brown, that deal could get done. They like Christian Brown. And Christian Brown is like a winning type player. I like him. He's tough. I like him. That if they can keep him, if they get Kevin Durant, this is why I say it's over. Jokic's going to be good. Kevin Durant, look in the playoff series. You always have to think like this playoff series. In the playoffs, Jamal Murray going to get you them games. And normally when Jamal Murray gets them games, those come to wins. This is like when him and Donovan Mitchell, when Donovan Mitchell was with Utah, and they both had 50, Denver beat Utah. Him and Donovan Mitchell went hand with each other. His monster game normally turned to wins. So that's why I said in the 7-game series, it would be tough. Because you know Jokic's going to be Jokic. He's going to be affecting the game, passing, this, that, and the third. They get Kevin Durant, they winning a championship. I'm putting I'm betting the only thing can stop them is injuries. That's right, we gotta get the likes up. So now let's get to this stuff here, this Giannis to the Lakers, since we online that I'm hearing all this Giannis to the Lakers. This is the problem I have with this. For one, Giannis to the Lakers not happening. Giannis to the Lakers, I'm putting this to bed right now. I'm gonna put it to bed. Giannis to the Lakers not happening. I'm gonna give many reasons. Let's just give on a basketball side of it, Giannis to the Lakers, why it won't happen. For one, the Lakers don't have nothing to give Milwaukee. Nothing to give Milwaukee. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You would have to trade for Giannis. The Lakers only got one draft pick. You know that's not cutting it. Two, who the Lakers got? You can't put together enough. That's why it gets me mad when I hear stuff like, oh, Lakers. The only way Giannis to the Lakers, that if LeBron James leave, right? If LeBron James leave and the Lakers, and they get him, it won't be this year. Giannis to the Lakers will never happen this year. The only way that will happen, Giannis to the Lakers, LeBron James leaving, LeBron James' salary come off the books, and I think Giannis gonna be a free agent next year. And they let Austin Reeves and Rui expires. And he come as a free agent. That's the only way Giannis to the Lakers, and that's next year. They will have to let Reeves and Reeves and Rui expire, and the rest of the contracts expire, and LeBron James they don't re-sign him and get LeBron James. So I don't even got to come on for my peoples. We're gonna stop that. Giannis to Lakers not happening. Cause let's say a trade. He could demand a trade to Lakers all he wants. Lakers not trading Luka. And once that happened with Milwaukee, that Dallas trade, teams is on alert. That's not Lakers got they finesse. So the Lakers able to finesse Dallas is not happening again. Teams is on full alert. A lot of teams don't like what Nico Harris did. They felt he didn't get nothing in return. They mad that he ain't gonna open it up to the people to get a shot at Luka. It's not happening. So we could all put Giannis to the Lakers to bed, man. We go put Giannis to the Lakers to bed. That's on that end. Now on this end, and because I'm seeing pictures with Giannis, Luka, and LeBron. Giannis don't want to play with no LeBron James. That's not happening. Giannis don't want to play with LeBron James. That's not happening. He don't. You know what I'm saying? He not going to do that. Him, Giannis. If he team with Luka, and it's him and Luka, maybe. And he might not want to do that to go to LA. But he don't want to play with no LeBron James. So it's not happening. You ain't going to see no LeBron, Luka, and Giannis. That's not happening. So we getting this out the way, man. We got to get this stuff out the way, man. We got real basketball people here, man. And so this is my thing on this. I feel so sorry for Dame. You know I feel sorry for Dame? You know I feel sorry for Dame? Because he had the blood clots and he was out. He was ruled out. And then the last minute, they said, you know what? They took the test because he wasn't scheduled to take another test to early May. To early May, which is tomorrow is May 1st. So he wasn't scheduled to take a test to see his how far along he's coming on. The playoffs came and he sped up the process, and they went and checked and then realized like, oh sweat, this guy he's looking good. The blood clot, this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be, looking good. Because I remember they say the earliest he could come back in second round because he had to go back and get that test to see where he was at. So they went and ran all these tests and moved his date up. And the blood clots things went away. And now they approved him to play. He beefing with Tyrese Halliburton. And now he comes back early and play and tears his Achilles. Now he out to next year too. He gonna be out all next year. At least till March. I'm gonna say like you know what I mean? At least till March, but he's gonna be damaged goods all next year. However you look at it, it's not gonna be. He might not rush back. He might not rush back. He might just say, you know, I'm gonna let it down. I don't know. I don't know how bad of a tear his Achilles is. Sometimes you got different levels of torn Achilles. I don't know how bad, if it's like ruptured, because you got like mild ruptured Achilles and like, you know, torn and ruptured is, I think, I could be wrong, one of you guys can tell me. I think those two different ones. I believe rupture is worse than torn, or torn is worse than rupture. And then I know you have like it's like 3 levels of the Achilles tear. You know, so you guys may know more than me, I don't know. But I know it's like levels to it. Like, that's why when they be like, oh, this person came back and this one, they be like, oh, he had this Achilles. Like, it's like supposed to be, I don't know. Like, y'all, I'm not gonna say it, act like I know. But I feel bad for Dame. But I got to say this though. I has to say this. It seemed like every time these players lately been thirsty to try to these star players to get on these teams, things ain't work out. It seemed like God telling these guys something. I think God telling these guys, well, I've been telling these guys, like, you know, you're in the NBA, and my thing bothers me where you're supposed to be so good. You want max money, you this, that, you good, and you got other players on your team. Some people can't make the playoffs. You can't get out the first round. It's sad. These players, I've been saying that they not as good as y'all think. I've been saying a lot of them. You may only got about 3 or 4 real good players in the NBA. You may only got about 3 or 4 real good, like really, really high echelon play. After that, they not. It's something that will hold them back, and they just not that. You know what I'm saying? They complain and it's like the powers that be, the almighty power rather, not the powers that be. It's like all this shit happens to these guys. Brad Bill was putting up numbers good in Washington, where he could have just left, but he wanted the money, wanted to secure the bag with Washington, then get traded. And now he considered they disrespecting him. They saying the worst contract in basketball, that ain't work out for him. Kevin Durant, that ain't work out for him. You know what I'm saying? All these guys, that ain't work out for him. All these guys, and we all saying it ain't work out for Harden every time he moved around. You see what I'm saying? All that, yo, I want to leave and all this stuff there. That's what I don't like about the NBA, especially the media. Like, my thing is this would get me mad with the media. They sit there and say, the media sit there and say, yo, we can't, this would get me mad with the media. The media sit there and say, yo, every time a player lose, no matter what's the difference, Milwaukee go and they team was, hey, we have to win the championship. They supposed to win that game last night. Last night, Gary Trent, that was a boo-boo. The ball in your hands. That pass, it wasn't a hard or none of that. It was like, I don't understand what happened there. It's not like he threw it hard and it went so fast and it was like he came, he jumped, you seen it. Like, if his hands was been a little stronger and it fell in front of him, if it touched his hands and went right between, like, that was crazy. What it is, he was so excited, and this is the problem with players. He was already looking to either take. I think this my thing. I think he had in his mind, I'm gonna take it and run to the basket. He already had his play in his mind already, so he already pictured himself getting it and run to the basket because they had to foul him, but he didn't get the ball yet. So it's like he probably was like this and want the Harrods probably see who around him. You got to secure the play, man. You got, your mind has to be in the game. Like some stuff is instant. Like, bro, you know you gotta get fouled. Get the ball first. It's like he wanted to get it and just like he wanted to and like go for somebody to start run behind him and foul him because he had a good game, great game. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, exactly. That happens all the time. He said, like football, people catch it and try to run before they get no. Like, bro, like is the problem with a lot of these guys. They get too excited. Like, you gotta be in the game. Like, catch the ball, then you figure out. Sometimes overthinking things. Like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And that's what he had in his mind. He had that in his mind. I'm just catching and I'm jetting to the basket. And they're gonna have to chase me down to foul me. Or I probably could have clean layup. I think he had a layup. It looked like he had a layup. So he probably like, I'm just take this thing and just go lay it up. Y'all's not going to no Warriors or no Heat. Who they got to give to? Y'all fail to realize that Laker trade definitely, when that happened to teams, and y'all don't have the thing Luka has, far as a lot of things that Luka comes off. Luka, far as defense, not being seen once, someone who goes hard. That's something, and show it out. That's something you want. Play both ends of the floor and goes hard. That's something like right there. That means a lot. That lazy label, no matter how good you are, it rubs people the wrong way. Then he always complaining to refs. So he don't have the complaints. Look at so he's a good teammate. He's a enjoyable guy. A teammate, you ain't gonna see one of those. How Lakers got over on that Luka trade is not happening with a Giannis trade. It's not happening. It's not happening. So you say, oh, Giannis to the Bucks. I mean to Miami. It's not happening. It's not happening. And then you best believe Bam but who Miami got? Who Miami got? So let's say, okay, you got Bam, Tyler Hero, and Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is like, everybody, you know exactly what you're getting with him, and it's not nothing much. Tyler Hero is, that ain't nothing you ain't doing that for no Giannis. Then his contract and stuff. Then Bam now his contract, people ain't gonna want that. But it will definitely have to start with Bam and they're gonna wipe you out. And the thing is, so I don't see that. I don't see that. And who Miami got? I mean, who Golden State got? If you're not giving up Steph, they ain't gonna want no Jimmy Butler. He's old. They're not gonna want no Jimmy Butler. They don't have no draft picks like that. How you even think about that? That's not happening. And Kuminga already shot his load, and he's out of there this year. He's eligible for a contract extension. Like I was telling you guys before, having 2 years on your deal means a lot. Teams don't like to trade for a player and have to pay him, unless you're a star player. Like Lakers could trade for Luka, that and pay him. That's not an issue. Golden State was in a desperate situation when they traded for Jimmy Butler, but they don't have to pay Jimmy. It's not like Jimmy Butler a free agent though. That's the thing. They don't have to. And what they gave up, they didn't have to rush and do it. Not like they gave up a lot where like we have to. They didn't. They could have did it and been like, all right, whatever. So with that being said, and my thing is this, and this would kill me. How come this would bothers me? And this, if I was in the media, this is the first thing I'd say if I was in the media. How come a star player on the Bucks, a star player on Denver, a star player on Phoenix, a star player on Dallas, a star player on Pacers or any team, how come the star player on those teams can lose, let's say 3 years they lose, they don't make, they go out in the playoffs, wherever, how you look at it. How come soon when the players start losing on those teams, they got to go? But a star player could constantly lose, like Anthony Davis. Let's say before Luka got there, nobody ever sat there and said Anthony Davis need to ask for a trade. How come when it comes to the Lakers can lose year in and year out. Nobody never sit there and say this player need to get out of there. How come that? Oh, he need to get out of there. You never hear that. But you heard that with Luka even before this. Luka need to leave. Luka need to leave. Giannis need to leave. You know what I'm saying? Jokic need to leave. Oh, Devin Booker need to leave. Oh, Donovan Mitchell when he was in in Cleveland, he need to leave. Oh, Dame need to leave. Dame need to leave. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the Lakers, you don't hear none of that. A player can lose year. Look at outside that championship. Anthony Davis championship is further out than any one of those, but outside of like Giannis and Jokic in them. You would never hear Anthony Davis if he's still on the Lakers and the Lakers would have lost. Let's say the Lakers lost, got swept, and Anthony Davis did. You would never hear Anthony Davis need to leave. You would never hear that. The media sit there and be like, he need to get out of there. He ain't gonna be able to win there. How come? And Giannis won the championship. Giannis need to leave. That bothers me. You're right. It hurts small market teams when the media. That's why I said the media is sad. That's why I said the media is sad. It's like they don't have nothing else. That's why I said that. And then they talk about they talented. You're not talented. You got to do shock jock stuff. Like a lot of these guys. That's why I said these guys had to do gimmicks, man. A lot of people had to do gimmicks, man. They had to say stuff they really don't believe to get the engine running. These people have to say stuff that they don't believe to get a conversation. Like I'm gonna get a good amount of views on here because I put Giannis to the Lakers. Wow, right? But I'm explaining that that's not happening, right? But you got people, and you got somebody who, see, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys, tell you it's bullshit. And the reason why I said it, because I ain't like seeing it. Like, Giannis shouldn't want to leave. I'm gonna tell you why Giannis shouldn't want to leave. For one, and this is the thing that get me mad with the media too. They say, oh, they need to get up out of there. Like everybody, when I say the media, I'm even gonna count like the Gilbert Arenas show as the media because they former NBA players and I'm counting them as the media too. Like Gilbert Arenas, All Smoke, those like hollow podcasts, like former NBA players who might have some insight on certain things and they know players on the team, so they those type guys I'm counting as the media. The problem with that is everybody do things for numbers. Yo, and then they would say stuff they really don't believe and taking these narratives and running with it. Like it bothers me because why should Giannis want to leave Milwaukee? Think about this. And I hate when people say, oh, they shouldn't have traded Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday, yeah, they overrate. I think Jrue Holiday to me, I think he's overrated to people's eyes. They act like he do good, but they were struggling with Jrue Holiday. If they'd had Jrue Holiday, nothing would have changed. Jrue Holiday, Chris Middleton right now, oh, they broke up their team. Chris Middleton, Jrue Holiday right now, they were the same situation. Jrue Holiday can't score. It'd have been the same shit. They not beating nobody. Like, come on. Like, they had to do that. And then my thing is they made a move to prove their team. Then they got Gary Trent at a minimum contract. You get a two good, then you make a move. Middleton playing on one leg. He playing on one leg. He got a big contract playing on one leg, and he already 35 years old. You get a younger player. They made the moves. Why they can't get, like, Giannis would be a fool to want to leave. Because you can't get mad at the team. All you want, if you're a player, this is how this works. When you enter a contract, right? You got 4 components in this, right? You have the player, you have the coach, you have the general manager, and you have the owner, right? The star player. When 4 things have to be in line, right? This all 4 of their jobs. A star player job is to bring it home. You so-called, quote, franchise player. This is why I have a problem with the NBA, because you have max contracts and everybody get the same amount of money. And everybody's not the same player. We all know that. We all know everybody's not the same player. But everybody get the same amount of max money. But then they started this stupid supermax, and it's not hard to make a supermax. It's not. It's not hard to make a supermax. Now, once you're eligible for a supermax, now that player and his agent wants that. Now, that supermax say 345. Let's say, like, I'm going to say a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's say he would have won Defensive Player of the Year, right? Now he's eligible for it. Let's say, so, okay, I'll give y'all a pay cut. I don't need the 345. I'll take 305. That's still way overpaid for him. He's not that good. He's not that effective. He's not. We saw in the playoffs, these guys not that good, and they still want their money, still get their money. So when you got like a real superstar player like the Giannis and Jokic and these guys like that, the Lukas, Shays, and the real superstar guys, right? So he said Milwaukee should never have trade. Why Milwaukee should never have trade Jrue Holiday? Tell me why Milwaukee should never have trade Jrue Holiday. He said Jrue Holiday far from overrated. When I mean overrated, I think they make him more than, they talk about him like he's a star. He's not. He's not. He struggles a lot. If you on a good team, his weight, the way they talk about him, oh man, Jrue Holiday, this and that, Jrue Holiday, he's not overrated as they don't put him, like, it's weird. When I mean overrated, I don't mean he's overrated as in, put it this way, he's a valuable piece. Yes, is Jrue Holiday a valuable piece? Yes, he is. But my thing is this. If you don't give him max money, and if you want him as your second best player, now he had to be their second, he couldn't do nothing. When they played the Celtics, he did nothing. When they played Miami, Jimmy Butler cooked them. Y'all forgot that? Jimmy Butler cooked them. He couldn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. He gets passes because they like him. He get overlooked. He could play bad and do that, y'all overlook it. The minute he plays solid, and they're like, oh, look, he went to Celtics. Celtics was knocking on that door. Let's keep it real. Now, y'all got me in my bag. Celtics was knocking on the door. Things went right for them. He's a good player that added to him. They added Porzingis, Derek White. Derek White is more of a better Celtic. To me, he's like their 5th best player. So if you add him, he their 5th best player. So now, oh look, he went to them and they won. You want to bring in real content? Look who they played the whole Eastern Conference. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Y'all gonna get me in my bag. And y'all talk to a real basketball guy. Y'all talk to a real basketball guy. Oh, Jrue Holiday, this, that. Y'all want to get busy? You want to get busy? Now we're gonna break these things down slow. When he was in Milwaukee, Jimmy Butler cooked him. Cooked him. He couldn't do nothing. Jimmy Butler was getting like 5, 6 straight baskets on him. Couldn't do nothing with Jimmy Butler. Miami beat them. Couldn't do nothing. Then offensively, they did nothing offensively. Did nothing offensively. He did nothing offensively. Now, when the Celtics beat them, he did nothing in that series. When Celtics bumped him, did nothing. Brown and Tatum still did what they did, even when they was putting them on him. That game, Milwaukee had them. They put Tatum on. Yes, Tatum is taller than him, but it's not like Tatum was posting them up. Tatum was not posting them up. Tatum went off like 25 points in that third quarter. I was in L.A. when that happened. That was the day I was in L.A. I took a picture with I was there with Reg Dog, and I was with Kevin Johnson, who's playing for the Phoenix Suns. I was watching it in his restaurant, and Reg Dog pulled up, man. Reg Dog. That was when Tatum had like 25 straight, killing him. Yeah, he taller than him, but I mean, it was easy. Yeah, he do play good defense, but it spurts. Y'all don't watch the game like I watch the game. But soon he do something, he may get key skills still here and there. This and that. Oh, they make it look like that Boston was knocking or scratching on the door. They were scratching. They get Porzingis, get Tim, and Derek White became who he became. And then the little white boy, Pritchard, doing what he's doing. So, and then, let's say that. Now let's go to the playoffs. Now you say, okay, now they won the championship. They had a cakewalk everybody got hurt every series the Celtics played. Jimmy Butler got hurt in the first round. It was 1-1 when they played Milwaukee. When they played Miami. Jimmy Butler gets hurt. It's 1-1. Jimmy Butler gets hurt. Right? They play Cleveland. 1-1. Donovan Mitchell goes out. They play Indiana. It was a debacle. But Indiana had them that first game. We all know Indiana's supposed to win that first game. Indiana had them. Halliburton, this is why I don't like them to this day. And I was a Halliburton fan up until this. There's one thing, okay, people make mistakes, but all that laughing and giggling, and he tucked his tail after that. He played 2 games and got hurt. They could have easily won that first. The first 2 games they had both of them games, and slipped out of there. Like it was like a meltdown type thing. Not no, well, that happens back. No, it's like how Milwaukee's supposed to win yesterday. That's how they supposed to win. All he had to do catch the ball is a different story. If Gary Trent touched the ball, different story. So Celtics get over on that series. Halliburton get hurt, and they every best player in their team, boom, they get to. Now they go to the finals. The matchup was in their favor. They got guys. The matchup was in their favor. And they won, yeah, they legitimately won a title. But don't make it like, oh, Jrue Holiday gets there and they magically win a chance like it was him. Don't say that like it was him. So when I say he's overrated, I think he get way too much credit, and he do, because he don't get no criticism. And that happens a lot. But most guys who play, I noticed that. And guys who defenders, they never get criticized. Defenders never get criticized. Offensive guys always get criticized. Always. They have a bad game. Defensive guys, you're a defender, and your matchup, the guy may still have his numbers on you and beat you. You're never going to get criticized. But other offensive guy, they lose. They get criticized. And that's just what it is. He said the cap level is ridiculous. Disruptor, you saying that, but you not putting nothing in content. I'm breaking it down to you. Tell me how. Make your point, bro. Make your point. He said, Giannis got a ring the same way Warriors got the first ring same way. We can't do that, Kareem. I don't think they was not winning another championship with Jrue Holiday. That team, the way they doing, they was not going no further. They had to. Let me explain something about basketball, right? You look at when you look at a team, and the Bucks already had a lot of moving pieces out, right? To prove their team and to get what they needed to get. If you could get a guy like Dame, this is why Chris Middleton already banged up, right? This is why the Dame deal was smart, and I would make that same trade again. Of course, now he hurt and stuff, but let me tell you why I make that same trade again. Let's go to Dame, right? And you getting rid of him. The thing was hurting Milwaukee, when you clamped down on Giannis, they couldn't do nothing. They had nobody. Jrue Holiday couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do nothing. You build that wall against Giannis. You have defenders around the rim. You build that wall against Milwaukee was easy beatable with Jrue Holiday on that team. So now, if you got opportunity to get Dame, a guy that Dame time that get hot down the stretch, a guy that can get you a last shot and knock it down, you make that trade on that Bucks team, because you're not going to be able to get it nowhere else. Middleton started already injuries going wrong, right? You needed Lopez because he's a three-point shooting big man and he's blocking shots. You had to make that trade. Dame opened things up for Giannis. And you look in the playoff series, let's say they play a team like Boston, play good defense. Now you got a guy who can get you 30. Now you got a guy who can get you 30 and get hot. Y'all can disrespect Dame all y'all want. You see what I'm saying? But Dame could do something that Jrue Holiday can't do. Dame could do 30 and 40. Jrue Holiday cannot do that. Can't do that. Hitting big shots to the big shots. They building that wall. We all know Giannis can't shoot. So if Giannis can't shoot and they struggling, you need that boost. Y'all know anything about basketball. That's what kills me. You got to give up something to get something. Portland was not going to give their franchise player up for no bag of chips, or he would have been in Miami. They didn't like what Miami was trying. He wanted to go to Miami. They didn't like what Miami was trying to do. They was not trying to just give him up. Y'all feel to realize the trade is, when you saying trade, you know you got to already put in your mind, we going to be giving up something that's value. Yes, they missed Jrue Holiday defense. Yes, that is missed. But you can't have, what you going to do? You couldn't get him for Middleton. That was not happening. You was not getting Dame no other way. So they went for it. So Giannis can't get mad. He said ticket going off on Dame. Why? I don't know what. Why would he be going off on Dame? Only thing I could, because you think maybe he could be going off Dame. I'm on live, he probably on live right now. But I think the only thing ticket far as could be going off on Dame is about far as he probably feel like it's karma. Like Dame did all that to want to leave. And after Dame sat there and said, called these guys chumps, and they running to go on different teams, and they did that. And the comment, and it do seem like that, and I agree, and that's why I be saying, all these guys running and want to go on this team and that team, it's not working out for a lot of these guys, because the media you guys in the media be wanting quick to put these star players on these teams. Yo, him go over there. Yo, he need to go over here. Everybody need to go on the Lakers. Everybody named over need to go on. And I'm a Laker fan. But I just think it's ridiculous. I like to compete at the end of the day. I'm going to compete. I'm a roughneck. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like to compete. You know what I'm saying? We want to watch. I don't want to watch basketball. when the Warriors was dominant, it was cool, but it was like they was gonna win. It's like they gonna win a championship. Like, so the only reason I enjoyed when Milwaukee was not Milwaukee, when they was doing their championship run, when Golden State was doing their championship run, the only thing I was saying was this is the perfect time for teams to rebuild, and the Lakers didn't rebuild at that time. That's the perfect time because they had like a dominant team. You see what I'm saying? They had like a dominant team. So but when a team like that's like, you want to see some. Oh shit! Let's see. You moving your car? You moving your car? Shut the fuck up. Giannis shouldn't want to leave. The Bucks did everything in their power, yo, to get better. He shouldn't want to leave. He shouldn't want to leave. They tried to prove their team, and they got a good team. They got a good team. You know what I'm saying? They got a good. You look at it. Oh, let me break down before I got interrupted. Right. I'm gonna break down the 4 phases of everyone. This why I'm gonna break down, and nobody gonna break it down like me. Right. But reason why I wouldn't go down on Dame, because, like I said, a lot of these players did all that to go on these teams, and none of it worked out. Kevin Durant, all these people who do all that want to go on these teams and build super teams, it don't work out, man. It don't work out. Sometimes sticking at your place and sticking on, you have to stick it out. And that's why Giannis needs to stick it out. You have 4 components. You have an owner, general manager, coach, and a GM. And a player, star player. The star player job is, when they all 4 guys sitting down, bring it home. Bring it home. Right? That's what you want for the star player. You want that star player to bring it home, bro. To bring it home. Right? You know what I mean? Get you to be a star player in the media, in the community. Star player job is, whatever city you're playing for, you got to be involved in that community. On and off the court, you're a star player. You're involved in that community. You're doing your part in the community, right? You should be a leader. You know what I mean? You should be the coach's ride or die, where you and the coach need to be on the same page to get the other guys in line. You just need to practice the hardest. You need to do everything the hardest, right? Boom. You need to perform in the playoffs. You getting the big bucks. I don't want to hear you struggling in the playoffs. Playoffs, you're supposed to perform, right? So that's your job as a player. On and off the court, produces on and off the court. You're getting the big bucks. You're getting this. You're getting that, right? Now, the coach job. The coach job needs to surround himself with, if he has the power, excellent general manager. Excellent assistant coaches. A coach job is to hold everybody accountable and be the best coach you could be. Not being scared to make the hard decision. Be in the game. Have to be knowing the game. Like, put yourself in position to win every time. That's as a coach. That's a good coach. Everybody accountable. And be understanding as a coach, because you're dealing with players, and these people have real live emotions and things you have to know how to manage as a coach. A general manager job is to give that star player the talent, to see, okay, what areas to upgrade, and when that time comes, be able to upgrade and make them changes, right? An owner job is if owners willing to spend the money on the right guys. You see what I'm saying? So that's the components, right? Oh shit, it's talking right there. Damn, fuck. That's the components right there, right? So now let's go to Milwaukee, right? They got the star player. Giannis doing his part on and off the court. He doing his part, right? Giannis said, "Yo, I wants to win." Okay, boom. He had got a good coach in Budenholzer that got him through, right? Boom. You got that part. They took care of that part. Bam. Then you got the general manager. He did his part. He saw in the playoffs. You can see clear as day. That Milwaukee team. Nobody can sit there and say take away Dame and take away Kuzma and the little moves they might have made. They picked up good pickups and with minimum contracts. They did an excellent job with that with Kevin Porter Jr. and Gary Trent. Those like good pickups for that amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So they did their part when it come to that, right? So you can't tell me with Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday that's a better basketball team. They was very limited, very limited. It was much harder on Giannis. Giannis playing with Jrue Holiday than it is playing with Dame. Much harder. Much harder. Giannis can't shoot. Some people just not going to be a good shooter. That's just what it is. I know y'all want him to, oh man, y'all want him to be a good shooter and this and that. And he can't, but he's just not a good shooter. And he's the star player. Jrue Holiday not a good shooter either. He's not. He's not a good scorer. He's not. Giannis took all the heat when they was losing. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, guys. So my thing is this. Giannis took all the heat for them losing, right? Nobody never said nothing about Jrue Holiday. I never heard nobody ever say nothing about him. And it's sad because he's a guy that can score some too. So it's not like he's a defender like Draymond who can't give you nothing and you ain't expecting nothing offensively. He's supposed to be able to guy to get you at least 18 points and be able to score when you count on him. And he can't do that. He can't. You can't. You can't give him the ball and be like, yo, we need a bucket. I saw a lot of times guys kill him. He is a hell of a defensive player. He's a good teammate. And he is, but it's just what it is. So Milwaukee owner did his part. He paid the money. The general manager did his part. He got the talent. They had a coach to win a championship, right? And the Bucks spends money. They paying 3 coaches right now. They paying 3 coaches. So they spends the money, right? So that's what you want. They spent the money, so you can't say they don't. What excuse? I want to see y'all. All you guys keep talking this Giannis need to leave and all the stuff there. Give me one reason why he should leave. Tell me why Giannis should leave. All you guys, Giannis need to leave, man. Giannis needs to leave. Tell me one good reason why he should leave. I'm waiting. He said Dame's supposed to be a super. Dame was performed. See, Dame did. See, y'all fail to realize Dame Dame played good last year in the playoffs. Unfortunately, Dame got hurt. Y'all feel to realize Jrue Holiday get hurt a lot too. Y'all feel to realize that. But Dame got hurt last year in the playoffs. Giannis ain't played last year. Dame was getting 30. He's getting 30. Dame was getting 30. Dame's getting 30. And I'm not, it's crazy because I'm not a full defender of Dame. I don't like that Dame talked all that shit and then want to leave Portland. And I don't like what Dame did. This is why I said calm as a bitch. Now, like, I'm not fully on Dame's side here. I'm not fully on Dame's side. I'm going to tell you why I lost respect for Dame. I get he tried to get his homeboy, but Dame, this is why I said karma is a bitch. And God don't like people to be ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? God don't like people being ungrateful. He don't. You know why? I'm gonna tell you what Dame did. Dame asked for the Portland had what pick Portland had? The third pick, right? In the draft. They had the third pick. And that draft is supposed to have been a three player draft that year. It's supposed to have been Wemby, Scoot Henderson supposed to have been Can't Miss and Brandon Miller. That draft was a 3-player draft. Everybody said if you get top 3 pick, you getting an all-star player, right? Portland end up getting, and this is why when some people start saying conspiracy, and I can see why, because they was like, yo, if Portland don't get top 3 pick, Dame is leaving. Let's recap Dame for a minute. They said if Portland don't get a top 3 pick, Dame is leaving. Top 3 pick gonna have Dame staying. One, because they get an all-star level rookie, or they gonna be able to make a trade. And if you trade that 3rd pick, you ain't trading the 1st pick. So let's just get the 1st pick out the way. You wasn't trading Wemby. But let's say 2nd or 3rd. You had so many options with the 2nd or 3rd pick if you trade it, and Dame could get the star player he need, right? This is why I said calm is a bitch, right? So this was the Portland end up getting the 3rd pick. So now they had options. They ain't wanted them to trade the pick. And then right before the draft, Dame was good. They made the pick. They drafted Scoot Henderson, and Dame was supposedly happy, saying he wanted to stay in Portland. Because the thing was they tried, but they did try to shop the pick. They did. Portland tried to shop the pick. Dame saw that they were trying to shop it, but they didn't get the deal they wanted with that. They didn't, because a lot of teams, because mind you, now we were dealing with this first apron and stuff was looming. These aprons and stuff looming. So now it was like, I don't know. Now teams is like, was hesitant, like, you know, it was just a lot going on. Like they see in the future, like this apron stuff about to pop off. So now Dame supposed to have been cool with it. He said he was cool with it. So they said, okay, cool. You don't want to get traded no more, right? He said he was going to stay in Portland. He said, you know what? I think we could win. We got the 3rd pick, this, then the 3rd. Jeremy Grant, they re-signed him to big money. He got Jeremy Grant paid. He was friends with Jeremy Grant. He said, you know what? I'm going to get him paid. If I tell him I'm staying, they going to pay him because this, then the 3rd. Portland paid Jeremy Grant, gave him a 5-year deal. They would have never did it in the rat's ass. They would just was ready to move on. Jeremy Grant was already a piece that if they would have had to move on for Dame, they was going to go full rebuild. And they felt they had their star player in Scoot Henderson. They felt, hey, we got a star player in Scoot Henderson. We could start offloading these veteran players. Dame tried to hoodwink them. And soon when they signed Germany Grant, soon when they signed Germany Grant, Dame announced right after that, the next day, that he wanted to get traded. He went public with it. He went public, because first he never said it. It was a thing. He went public. Breaking news on a Saturday. Remember, like yesterday, Germany Grant signed that Thursday at 12 o'clock. That free agent, first day free agent. That Saturday, I'd never forget. Boom, Dame requested trade from Portland, and nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. He requested trade to leave Portland. After they did that, they would have never gave Germany Grant that money. Never. He tried to be slick and say, "Yo, I'm gonna get you paid, bro," and look out for him. And now look what happened. He said, "I'm going to Miami." He did something that he said he'd never do. He'd never want to team up. He said, "I want to go to Miami, and I want to play with Jimmy and Bam." So now you telling them you wanted to get traded for Jimmy and Bam. But Dame failed to realize he didn't have the power that Anthony Davis had. He don't know the NBA. This is why I said players could be in the NBA. That means they don't know it. Dame don't know the NBA. He don't know it. Had he know it, he'd have known he had the power Anthony Davis had. Anthony Davis' power came from, one, Anthony Davis had 1 year left on his contract. Two, the team he said he wanted to go to had a boatload of salary cap that next year. The Lakers had a boatload of salary cap space that next year. They could outright sign Anthony Davis. So he said, "I want to go there." So New Orleans, like, he could just sit back, not do nothing, and walk to LA. So he gonna get there anyway. You see what I'm saying? This is why I said people don't know the NBA. New Orleans, like, we don't want him to go to LA, but he can walk. That's why they're so mad at Dell Demps, because the Lakers had the leverage in that situation. The only thing was working against the Lakers in that situation, LeBron and patientness. By LeBron wanting it done now, that worked against them, but the Lakers in the driver's seat. They're like, all right, well, we could just wait the next year and get Anthony Davis free agency. We got the money for him. Dame just signed that deal. Dame had a boatload of years left on his contract. Damian had the same power Anthony Davis had. So he see all these other teams. Kevin Durant wanted to go. These people want to go to these certain teams, and they go to these teams. He wasn't in position like that. He wanted to go to Miami. That wasn't an option. But him and Giannis been cool. They've been wanting to play with each other. And Milwaukee saw an opportunity to get a guy that could close the game for them. And they got this monster in Giannis who can do his part. That was like a match made in heaven. Eastern Conference. You got this guy dominant. Then you got this outside threat knocking down threes. The fourth quarter going crazy as Dame time down the stretch. You make that deal. But you know what? God don't like ugly. You put Portland in the trick bag, they end up committing to all this money on the player they really didn't want, unless you was come back. And they didn't want to lose you. And now, look what happened. Your first year there, Giannis get hurt. Now you plan to play without Giannis. The next year, you get hurt. First you get a blood clot scare, you was able to come back. Now you tore your Achilles at 34 years old. Achilles at 34 years old. So now things ain't work out right for you, Dane. Things ain't work out right for Dane. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff. Oh my fucking God. Fuck. I have to go back and get it. Yeah, a torn Achilles late in your career is bad. It's bad. ACLs and torn Achilles. Like Kyrie too. Kyrie too. They both not good. Late in your career, they both not good. So my thing is this. Dame, I think that's more about karma. Y'all guys blessed. Y'all say y'all this. Y'all want max money. Y'all say this. Organization doing their part, making deals, making trades to try to get better. They not sitting on their hands. They firing coaches. You don't like this coach? Okay, we're gonna fire him. Okay, this player's on the market. Jeremy Grant on the market. Okay, he the hottest name on the trade market. Okay, we're gonna go out and trade Jeremy Grant, and you get Jeremy Grant. They doing their part. But then you sit and we paying you the money, and then you still want to trade. Like that's the thing. I put myself. See, you guys have to put yourself in somebody's shoes. If you're doing everything that's asked for, and it's like nothing you could do. It's like Portland.
No more than like 10 seconds.
Portland did everything they can. The moves, things was available. They can't sign free agents. Nobody want to sign there. But they was signing some mid-level guys that Dame approved of. Same with Milwaukee. They getting minimum guys. You get a guy like Gary Trent. Gary Trent averaged 18 points in Toronto, and you got him for $3 million. You got him for $3 million. Guy that averaged 18 points. So if they doing their part, and then you want to leave, it's like, bro, we did everything you asked. So even with coaches, you don't like this coach, we're gonna get rid of this coach. We're doing everything, and you know what? When we get rid of this coach, guess what? We still got to pay him. You ain't paying him. Y'all have to put stuff in perspective. Y'all be quick to be, and I think it's disrespect every time, yo, trade this player. You have to look at the organization. If the organization ain't sit on their hands and was trying to make moves and doing that, I don't want to hear a player want to leave. I don't want to hear a player want to leave. I don't. Because the organization doing their part, how can you get mad? Sometimes you're going to have injuries, they're firing coaches, and that's the salary they paying. I done just fired this man, and now I still got to go pay him. Thank you. He said Giannis injured 2 of the last 3 years. That's what I'm saying. He got injured the last 2 or 3. Thank you, bro. Thank you. He got injured the last 2 or 3 years. And it's a thing that happens. It's a thing that happens. And I'm trying to explain to you guys that that's just the reality of it. I disagree. Look what Aaron Lawson said. Look what Aaron. See, this is why I said some guys just be talking and don't understand basketball. Aaron Lawson just said, because some franchises are so cheap like Portland. How Portland so cheap? Do you see the salaries on their books right now? They got 3 guys making $30 million right now. They got 3 guys, and how is they cheap? What player they lost because they didn't want to play that should have got paid? They paid Dame every time. It's not like Dame wanted money and they didn't pay Dame. They paid Dame. They paid CJ. CJ got over 30-something million dollars, and he's a one-trick pony. They got 3 guys getting over $30 million. They just paid. How you want to say they cheap? And they know they overpaid for Jeremy Grant. They gave him a 5-year deal, not a 4-year deal, a 5-year, $168 million. They gave him a 5 years, $168 million deal. See, this is what I be saying. Sometimes the guys talk because y'all listen to guys in the media and say these franchises be cheap and this, that. You can't say that. You got to have proof of it. This is why I said when Kareem talked, and I look at situation, I look at like, okay, I can understand. They paid guys. They ain't run away from the money they was paying them. You right. You right. They want to pay LaMarcus Aldridge. They was gonna pay him, but you have to look at it like this. See, this is a double-edged sword. Look what you guys say. You guys say they didn't want to pay this guy, right? Now let me ask you this. See, this is where you guys get caught in the trick bag. Y'all have to look at the situation at the time of the situation. You just said they didn't want to pay LaMarcus Aldridge, right? Now I'm gonna break this down real quick. And this as a fan. Let's say for instance, right? I'm gonna say who on the Lakers. Let's say for instance, I'm gonna say player B. If a player right now on your team that used to be good, let me ask y'all this. Let's say a player on your team was good for a lot of years. Now he's older. Let's say a player that had injuries. DeMarcus Murray had a heart scare. He was never the same. LaMarcus Aldridge never was the same. Never. He had a heart problem, right? Never was the same. Let's say a player been on your team for a while. He been a real excellent player. Team Laker fans got mad at Kobe. He tore his Achilles, and they signed him to a 2-year, $50 million deal. People were sitting there saying they shouldn't have gave Kobe that money. And Kobe, we can't compare him to these guys. We can't. Let's not even compare Kobe to these guys. But guess what? People were sitting there saying that hurt the Lakers when they gave Kobe all that money, showing Kobe loyalty when he shouldn't have paid that much. Now look what you just said. You said they didn't want to pay DeMarcus Aldridge. These guys still be in delusional, be wanting a certain amount of money, but it's all. If a guy is declining or always injured, who's a guy that always injured? Let me try to think of somebody. Let's say a guy like Chris Middleton. Perfect example. Chris Middleton is a shell of himself. He won a championship in Milwaukee. So if Chris Middleton say, I want $40 million a year, we all look at it like, come on, we all know he want $40 million a year, a 3-year deal. He want 3-year, 120, Chris Middleton. He's a shell of himself. But he won in Portland. He won the championship in Milwaukee, right? And they won. So let's say we all know he get hurt and we know who Chris Middleton is, right? Let's say they say, nah, we give you 30 million, we do 3-year 90. We ain't doing the 120. And he leaves free agency. I'm gonna ask you this, are they being cheap? He said, look at Clay. We talk teams like Paul. Dallas not a small market like that. I mean, Golden State, not Dallas. Golden State not a small market like that. But that situation was about pride. Because they still was going to pay him. But these teams confusing. Because you sit there and say, okay, I want to win. How I'm going to pay you all Clay, see y'all feel to realize Clay. I'm glad you brought Clay Thompson. Perfect example. Clay Thompson was a shell of himself last year. Originally, y'all know Clay wanted max money. He wanted max. Then they said we give you 2 year, $50 million. They was willing to give him 2 year, $50 million. That luxury tax is real, y'all. It's easy to sit there and say teams cheap. Who wants to pay all that money and you know a player ain't gonna be able to produce like that for you? So that luxury tap, y'all feel with this apron and stuff, it just came around. He just was a free agent at the wrong time. So now they said we give you 2 year 50. He ended up signing for way less. His pride. He didn't want to take the 2 year 50, and they paid him for years he was hurt. Clay is washed. No, originally he wanted 40 million. Originally, that was the first thing. He wanted 40 million. But then he wanted the 4 year. But they like, yo, we give you 2 year 25. Draymond just happened to be lucky the year before, and now this apron stuff, and how they gonna get better? So y'all have to realize, so players taking all that, you ain't gonna get better. Why would I pay a washed up DeMarcus Aldridge all this money he wants? No, I will pay you, but not what you want. That's not being cheap. That's not being cheap. You're right, San Francisco tax is crazy. Exactly. The tax is real. Y'all not paying that money. Millionaires are not, and y'all feel to realize, most teams, off these teams, most of these franchises, y'all, it looks like a lot, but think about this. If a franchise profit $40 million a year, that's good money, right? But I profit $40 million, and the next year you profit $18 million. $18 million and ain't no money to them. Like, I'm profiting $18 million. Think about how these franchises think. They bringing more money in, but they make less, because one of them franchise profit $20 million. They said a lot of franchise profit. That's saying profit means all that extra. Think about this. You profit $20 million. You the owner. You did all this. You have to pay the concession people, the GMs, the assistant coaches, the people front desk. You paying everybody in the building, the light bill, the taxes. You paying all this money to everything. You kicked out. And at the end of the day, you walked away with $20 million. Now, $20 million, now you done had company birthday parties, holiday parties, and all this stuff there. You profit $20 million. But you turn around and you pay somebody like Paul George $50 million. He made more money than you. His income is more. So y'all have to think about this, how these owners look at it. He brought in more money. A guy like Kawhi Leonard, hurt all year. He played all year, did nothing, but he profited $50 million. He missed all season, but he profited $50 million. He made more money coming in than you. You got more money than him, but he made more money than you. And you only profit $20 million. Don't think these owners profit in $200-300 million. It's not like that. Their profits be like $40 million and stuff. But these players is getting that.